Hi, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to TFT, Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
Me.
Mr. Scorpio.
Bite me, oh.
And me, Banshee. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Ari.
Oh, hi, Ari. I'll get you on the list.
So, yeah, there were some behind the scenes there. Last minute hijinks before we go live. Hi, Kara.
That's right.
What, you guys are just all waiting until you see us,
hi,
then
Kara.
you jump in? Just don't forget to leave your questions or be here when called.
Okay, hold on. I got some issues here.
You know what? I just decided I didn't want to cut my hair for a while, so here I am. I know it's been over a year. I don't really remember exactly how long it is. I don't like the mustache because it makes me look like John Bolton, that weirdo from our government who's got the big bushy white mustache. It just makes me look older.
Your trendy short hair. Well, you know what? When he has it combed out like this, it's great.
Thank you, dear.
However, sometimes it just looks like a scattered. He looks like.
Oh, yeah.
He reminds me of Einstein. You know, with kind of the hair.
Definitely a case or two of bedhead or whatever they call that.
So the mad, or maybe more a mad professor kind of look. But anyway.
Yes, long ago in my youth, I had very long hair at one point.
Yes. And so did I. I've had my hair go down to my
Thank you,
butt at
Patton.
least 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We love you too, Patton. You've been with us a long, long time.
All right, people. Okay, Patton wants a general reading. I'm going to get that on the list. I don't know if anybody else posted.
Nope. Not yet.
Okay.
Gina!
Alicia! I want to leave anybody out. We love you all. We
Hi,
love you all.
Alicia. Hey, the gang's all here, eh?
Well,
So what a week it's been. Mr. O's a little tired. He worked his 4-day week. And today I have some sort of like headachy and stiffness in my shoulders.
it's the weather. The weather is crazy around here.
Yeah, barometers all over the place.
We got this, heat wave and humidity very high and storms close to our area, but not quite hitting us. Except where he worked at yesterday, he had a downpour. And that's only 10 minutes away from here.
I know.
So
it's less
crazy.
than 10 minutes. I can get there like in 7 to 8 minutes.
So now we know something's rolling in from Chicagoland area. It's going to come across the lake to us. But it doesn't seem, well, it's hard to say. We're in a risk area, but it doesn't seem like it'll be severe by the time it reaches us. We'll have to see. And if we even get it again, I don't know. We're in some kind of void here, I think. Wow, Gina, good to see you, too. By the way, I know somebody's birthday's coming up, and, we could schedule your birthday reading if you want one, so do keep posted for that, and keep us posted on that if you want to make it to a show around your birthday. And you might be getting something delivered. If you can get me out the door to do it. Well, now that I can walk again, now that my
goes
knee
the
is
surprise,
fine.
but I guess that's not you. I can get her to the post office for that.
Yeah. So. All right.
Alrighty, let's get going.
Of course, I'm using the Season of the Witch Litha Oracle again. I have Mr. O, whoopsie, pick a card for us. Okay. I'm trying to hold on to the slippery cards. Is it daisies? Daisy, Daisy, give me your answer true. I'm so crazy.
Something in love with you.
Something in love with you.
It
Won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage.
But you'll look sweet
Upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. Was that in high school? Or was that grade school?
That was probably grade school.
It's probably grade school. Oh my gosh. We are really dating ourselves.
Oh, we're sorry. That's right. I forgot your dog was Daisy.
Oh, I'm sorry, Patton. That's right. Well, maybe Daisy's here with us in spirit. Let's see what the Daisy card has to tell us. Okay. The keywords are cheerfulness, pure joy, feeling better, love, and care. There's a whisper of a glimpse of opportunities to fill your life with joy. Daisies are really one of the happiest flowers. They are small but bright and seem to dance in the wind as though they haven't a care in the world. Often given to people who are sick or down, these little flowers bring a burst of cheer into your darkest days. Receiving them is a reminder that someone loves and cares for you and took the time to make sure you're doing okay. Someone is thinking of you when you receive this card and would love to hear from you soon. They have wondered whether or not you're okay, or perhaps are hoping you're thinking of them as well. This card can mean a happy reunion is on the way, especially if someone specific popped into your mind. Reach out and see if there's an opportunity to reconnect with someone who could bring a vast amount of joy into your world. If someone reaches out to you, be sure to reciprocate the interest, even if your last encounter ended on a sour note. Daisies are sometimes given as a sign of lasting love, friendship. So give things another chance.
That's a sweet thing you shared, Patton. Thank you.
Well, when I was just going to say that, Patton, thank you, because that's the perfect reminder of how a pet makes us feel, right? They bring us joy. They bring us love. They unconditional love, and they always, most of the time they feel happy-go-lucky. They seem so happy-go-lucky playing. And so Daisy is just like a perfect name, for a beloved pet. So I like that a lot. And I would like to add to this card this idea of maybe somebody thinking of you. Well, heck, why can't it be someone or a pet, someone on the other side? So maybe they're grateful if you think of them as well. So it can be somebody here. I feel it could be somebody beyond the veil. As we get closer to the summer solstice, it's a magical time like that. The veil kind of is thin then too, right?
Sure.
Yeah, well, I think so.
Of course.
So I think this is, an interesting card for this time. And it's really ironic that we pull this card. You show up, Patton, and of course, your pet is named Daisy. So I always look at these synchronicities. I was at a show today at Llewellyn-a-Con, and it was talking about the special messages you get through nature, and how little simple things you watch or observe in nature could be messages for you that you need to take in. And so that's the same here, I feel, that, these things communicate with us still. And so I just love it. I just think it's a wonderful card. All right, good show. And I love the fact that there was a synchronicity tonight. Wow, let's get this show started. I see Namira has come.
Hi, Namira.
We can get you in, Namira.
Okay, so you're going to have a different question, Ari. That's fine, thank you.
I haven't done your question yet, Ari. I fell a little
you,
behind here. I've only got 3 of the questions.
All right,
so.
we will schedule that for Sunday, June 28th. Gina?
All right, I'm putting it on here now.
Thank you, everyone. And I'm going to use my Urban Tarot.
All right, we'll do it for you.
Well,
that was for the collective, so let's get rolling. We're going to use the Lenormand tiles today.
Nora.
I'm going to put this up here for now. I've got plenty of other oracles here if people want them. All right, I've got your questionnaire. Yay! I'll let you know when I send it, Gina. No problem. I've been missing you on social media. I don't know if you were on today, but this week and next week I'm a little bit in and out of social media because I'm going to these Llewellyn-a-Con sessions, which some of them have been really good. Really nice presenters this time around.
Libra, what do I need to know?
Oh, and Mr. O, the guy who did the vampire history today, he is the one who a year back did one about the Banshee's Cry. He's this old, curmudgeonly, really wonderful, lively presenter who just tells stories, and it's really wonderful.
Nice. All right, so we are on Libra.
Yep.
What do I need to know?
Yes, what do I need to know?
And that's your reading. So our first card is the Lovers. Nice picture there. And I think what you need to know is where you stand in a particular relationship, perhaps. Nice image, eh?
And that's the
Lovers.
The Lovers. 6. Okay.
So I think it means
Beautiful.
What you need to know is where you may stand in a particular relationship, especially in regards to important decisions that may be coming to you.
Well, or it could be, I'm going to broaden it a little bit because
Sure.
I don't know what the rest of the cards are going to be like. Obviously, you have some choices or decisions to make, and it could be in regards to a relationship, or it could be in regards to some engagement with others right now. Can you meet each other halfway? Can you come up with
I like
something that will be, can both of you come up with something that each of you can live with? If it's a matter of negotiating something, for example. So let's see where the cards take us.
All right, so why is this important? And it's the Seven of Swords, and the key word here is futility. And of course, this is one of those cards that maybe has a slight different meaning there.
Well,
But we can go with futility is in the concepts we work with too, in a way.
Well, the Seven of Swords indicates to me that, and it's upright, it seems to me that in order to, why this is important is you have this choice, move, or decision to make, is that you need more information before you make your decision. You really, so in a way you need to utilize, if it's about utility, you need to utilize some stealth behavior in order to ferret out the information you need to know. Make sure your questions kind of can, lead you to ask questions that lead you to, the information that maybe they're covering up or they're not willing to divulge, or that maybe just they haven't divulged yet and you need to know before you make this decision.
The Seven of Swords is almost like the epitome of what you asked, what do you need to know?
Yeah.
And, combined with the first one, it does sort of feel like there are unanswered questions, or there are answers to questions, but you feel you haven't gotten to them yet. And they may be important for where you're deciding things are going, either in a relationship or in the choosing or moving into a relationship. So ultimately then, where will this go? And it's the reversed Six of Swords. The key word is science. I like that. The Urban Tarot follows more from Crowley's Thought Tarot kind of meaning, so there's a little bit more Kabbalah there. But I'm going to go with, what we feel about the Six of Swords. And this could be saying that without really having some of those answers or really being able to make an informed decision, you may not feel like you can move away from what the situation is.
Well, even before I saw that, that's kind of a confirmation of what was just popping in my head, is that really this is going to be a no-go. You're going to just say no to this if you're not comfortable with the answers you're getting or with the information you still feel is lacking. I feel here that with the Six of Swords reversed, it's like a stop. You're just pulling back from this and saying, no, thank you, so to whatever this is. And then when I saw this, I'm like, well, I guess so.
It's the coffin and the whip.
So you may just aggressively put an end to this, whatever it is, and just decide no. So if it is about a relationship, something that is affecting a personal relationship, sounds like you're going to put your foot down on this and, say no. Or, something's got to end here. Something has to end. And so if it's about something else, signing a contract, doing something that you are feeling you're being railroaded into or something, put a stop to it.
Yes, it really seems like this is that moment where you're going to have to kind of draw that line and stick to it. All right.
That's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Libra. We're on Jasmina. I've got Jasmina's question. Thank you for that, Jasmina.
All right. Thank you, Jasmina.
And we have... Oops, I forgot something. Okay. Jasmina's what awaits in the coming weeks? I'll get my deck. And I've got a deck here I'm using. I think it's my Hedgewitch one. But I'm not sure. I think it is. I'm sure it is. Ooh. Okay, we have the Four of Pentacles reversed. Wow, I know I mixed these up well. We also have the Three of Pentacles reversed.
Hi, Resonance.
Hi, Resonance. I'll get you on the list. And we have the Chariot upright.
All right, and I am going to throw out the Lenormand. Whoops, that's not quite what I want. There we go. And those cards are the Fox and the Clouds.
All right. The Fox and the Clouds. All right. So
Fox is first. So Pentacles 3.
The Four of Pentacles, this is for the coming weeks. The Four of Pentacles reversed is saying this is a time to consider letting go of some things that are not of value to you anymore. And when I say that, that could involve physical things, because it is a pentacle card, material things. So it's time to do maybe a little bit of house cleaning. It's time to eliminate some things that maybe are not of value anymore. And that could even go for financial affairs as well. Like, are there some investments or ways that you are spending your money that maybe you can eliminate now, and make life a little bit, free up some funds for yourself. Whatever is cluttering up your life. And also this could involve mindsets and beliefs regarding material things as well. Shifting your focus.
I think another thing to consider is that this also may be, besides things that you no longer feel you have value, things that you just don't really feel fit in your life either anymore too. So sometimes that could just be about your own personal changes. This could be saying that you're moving from a situation where maybe it's either austerity, like trying to declutter or something like that, versus becoming a little bit more interested in your possessions perhaps.
And it can also be that I just realized
3?
something.
Oh,
I'm going to the 3. Yeah, it can also be and it could involve people. Maybe there are people in your life or a working environment that is just not working out well for you. And so maybe it's time to change jobs or, move somewhere else. If it's even in your physical environment where you live, you're not getting along with neighbors, etc. Whatever the case may be, it just seems like maybe it's time also to look at that as well.
So sometimes I tend to see them combine. It may not necessarily be true, but this could be about realizing that certain people, are too bossy for you or too demanding, and maybe you want to sort of find ways to have less of their impact in your life, if that were possible.
It may be that certain working conditions or, environments just aren't working for you anymore.
Yeah.
And the Chariot here is at the end of all of this and upright. And I kind of feel the Chariot is saying, move on this. This is a time to maybe make a move to try to change the circumstances that are no longer valuable for you.
In fact, Jasmina, the Chariot probably says this is really a good time for you to kind of feel your motivation or your sense of being able to be in charge. And of course that doesn't mean to like go crazy or anything, but be confident in yourself and the ability to maybe use some momentum here to push yourself towards looking for a new job or removing yourself from, argumentative people, whether they're in your work life or other things. So then there's the Lenormand.
Well, and the Lenormand is about the clouds and the fox.
Right.
The light side is facing the fox, and I kind of get the feeling here that you're achieving some sort of clarity here on your working environment and what you really need to perform at your best, and or what type of environment you really want to be in now to work at. So I almost feel this is work related, but it doesn't.
I do too, in a way.
It doesn't necessarily have to be. Maybe it's also saying, if this is about things on the home front, like I mentioned, that this is about finding clarity and now working towards this goal of eliminating the things or people that just aren't right for you right now, or places.
So yeah, it's a little fungible there, but I agree with that. This is saying some clarity comes into your life, and if it's not about your work life, it may be just about the protocol aspects of your life, logistic kind of things that you realize you can change to make your life easier or better. And some of that would include some of these people observations we made, perhaps. So good luck with that.
I like it. Good luck with that.
I hope that worked for you. All right. And
Country
we are
Love
on
is
Country
up.
Love.
And I've got the
Hi,
question.
Country Love.
I'm going to try to cycle through some of my new decks. I have a really quirky one that's next on my list.
Do you have that question?
I do. And it is, what good things are coming towards me in the next 30 days?
Okay.
Here it is. All right.
You're welcome, Jasmina.
All right.
Have a good week. Till we see you again. All right.
Yeah, I know. I just want to give this a quick shuffle. Sure there.
All right, so our first card is the Princess of Swords. And this is the Crawley thing, so I think it's going to be more like the Page.
Okay, the princess is the page. Okay.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Prince is sort of like the Knight, and the Knight is actually like the King.
So what do you have here so far?
Princess of Swords, Prince of Cups.
Princess of Swords, Prince of Cups. Okay.
And the Aeon, which was Judgment, or no, it's the World, right? Yeah. Or is that?
It looked like, well, in the deck that I saw, they had Aeon and it looked like Judgment Day, but that's because 21 is the world.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too, of course. Judgment reversed.
Oh, it's reversed.
Yes, it was reversed.
All right, so we have the Princess of Swords, which is the page. We have the Knight of Cups, and we have Judgment reversed. Okay. All right. Why is this coming up a second time?
I don't know.
I don't either.
And fish and clouds.
Well,
Good things coming to you.
there are some. It seems like this is a time when you can work on something that you're passionate about. You can move something forward. That's the Knight of Cups, whether it's a relationship or whether it's, business. And it could be business. I sense a vibe here a little bit in that regard. We'll get into that later. But I feel here that something that you're passionate about, maybe a goal, even that I can see here. And the Princess of Swords indicates maybe it's time to engage with others on this. Throw your ideas out there for something and get some feedback and network with others sometimes I always tell people, especially if you want to make money off of something, to keep things on the down low, until you're ready to implement it. But sometimes it's good to just kind of coyly get ideas of what people think before you throw something out there. So it might be good to engage with others and just see if they're all in.
Well, I'll start with the Princess of Swords, and I'm wondering if you are possibly having the opportunity to join a group, a social group of some sort, maybe, where you feel like you're really at home, you feel like you can navigate well through this. It just sort of feels like a good experience. Maybe it's related to, things you're interested in, like your business or other things. Maybe it's just purely about socially, but it just feels like it connects for you and you feel like you belong there. And you also feel that you're recognized as sort of being, somebody that people trust or want to, relate to in this context.
I almost feel like there could be a social, thing to this too, that it may involve some party planning or some event planning of some sort, maybe.
So it is a good thing coming to you, I think. And I agree with Banshee. I think that the Prince or Knight of Cups suggests that you're moving towards something or something's moving towards you that indicates the enjoyment of something you really like. I think it is possibly a relationship or moving, a relationship into another level, but it could also be just about the things you really feel, great joy or from. Like it's just going to be more accessible to you, or you really are moving towards it. So if it was something specific, let's say, for example, you're geeked over a small vacation you're taking, you are moving towards that, things like that.
So with the Judgment reversed, if I'm going to look at the good aspect of Judgment reversed, I would say here, this is a time that you can, kind of just roll with your ideas without any kind of self-judgment, I think here when that card's reversed, it talks about maybe being too hypercritical or judgmental. And so I feel the good thing about this card, maybe in combination with these others, is, being able to just talk to people, throw ideas out there, and not worry about whether they judge you or not worry about any kind of judgment, not being afraid to express yourself. This is a positive thing. I think right now you need to talk about your ideas with others in the next 30 days and just see, what kind of reception it gets.
So this Aeon or Judgment reversed as a good thing could be saying that something you felt was, an epiphany or realization, you may be able to feel good about walking back from that and realizing that that was not groundbreaking, because maybe it wasn't groundbreaking in a way that was really going to work for you. And when I combine with the other cards, and I sort of see that as realizing a previous thing you thought was groundbreaking, you may realize it's not. It doesn't really change anything, but it gives you some clarity.
Well, he brought up another aspect of judgment, and it's a good one. But in my way of looking at this, I kind of feel as though maybe this idea that this, maybe you were afraid that this would be a big shakeup or a change, and after your discussions with others, you may find that you don't have to change or recreate things to make things happen. Maybe the feedback that you get from others will be positive, and you'll realize, hey, I guess this won't require, a lot out of me after all.
It's like realizing you didn't have to commit to something that was going to be harder or more difficult.
I like that. And that, not a lot of change is required at this time. So I don't know if any of that makes sense to you, but, there is something here that I'm looking at the dark clouds and the money and just cautioning you on this, that I don't know that there's a positive way to spin this. I might say that maybe you'll find your way through some financial security by going through all of this dialogue and communication and throwing ideas out there. That maybe I could see. Because, the dark clouds are a little bit of uncertainty going on.
Well, the uncertainty may drive you towards looking at alternatives. So, and that in a sense is a little bit of what Judgment reversed is, maybe. So, I don't think it's necessarily as bad as it might look like.
Well, it could be even that financial uncertainty is maybe one of the worries you've had about this. So I don't know if any of this makes sense to you, to be honest with you.
We tried.
It's pretty specific, but I think that's what we see. That's what we see for you.
All right.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
Patton is up.
Patton.
And Patton wants a
said
general reading. And it'll be my crazy deck. And
Are you still in Scotland, I take it? You didn't move back to Britain.
it's my deck.
Yes, it is. I'm
Yeah.
just shuffling.
Oh, you're shuffling now. Cool. So I even
get
have
to do that.
I even have a cheat sheet for
There
this
you
deck.
are. Hey.
But it is very, this is called the Jeopardize Tarot, and it was originally published in 2014, but it came out in a revised edition, and I decided to pick it up. It's very artsy, and in some ways it's kind of crazy art like Mr. O's
Karma Music
Tarot in a way.
Tarot, well.
So, maybe not quite, but...
Sunny Scotland, I like that. I hope it is sunny there. Not too warm, though. It definitely was warm here today.
And the artist is French. It's a French artist who did this deck.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Say hi to your roommate for us. All right.
Oh my goodness, yeah. We get that sometimes too, where it just starts off really cold or rainy, and then by the end of the day, we're like, "Whoa, what happened?"
Well, we have the Queen of Gardens, and Gardens is Pentacles, Mr. O, and it's
Hi,
reversed.
Laura. The Queen of Gardens. Okay, so that's like Pentacles
Yeah.
already.
Oh, hey, Laura. I didn't see the post till just now. The moon is upright. The moon is the moon, although rather odd looking. And the Five of Pentacles is reversed. That's nice. The Five of Gardens.
Did you draw those?
Oh, well, I'm sorry.
I don't know if you did.
No, you're supposed to do that.
Okay, well, I was just wondering why those two were there.
Well, you could have grabbed them.
Hi, Tarot Healer.
Tarot Healer, yes.
Hi there. We can definitely add you to the list. I don't believe we are full yet.
No, we are not full yet.
Thank you for joining us tonight. All right, Patton, here are two more for you. It's the tree, that's from the Lenormand, and the mice. The mice are crawling up the tree. We don't like that, but it's not real bad. Oh,
All
that's
right.
so cute, Gina.
All right, I've
That
got your
sounds really
question
cute.
too. Thank you, Tarot Healer. The ring bearer, that's awesome.
So, general reading.
As long as he doesn't eat it.
The Queen of Pentacles says this is a time where you need to take care of yourself. I don't know if there are any underlying health problems. It could include that, but it just might be saying take care of yourself in the way that feels emotionally, worthwhile to you. Make sure that you do things that can make you happy, or at least not bring you sadness, or try to alleviate the sadness. So, keep communicating with your friends, or thinking of things that you can do to make yourself happier. And I know you like to play video games, so that might be one thing to do.
Hi, Tanya.
Hi, Tanya.
I will add you to the list. When next time I post the list, you'll be on
the
it.
list? Mm-hmm.
I think I got the numbers right now.
All right,
I
so
don't
that was
know.
the Queen of Pentacles.
All right, let me start with the Queen of Pentacles. That is sort of where I wanted to start for you, Patton. The Queen of Pentacles is basic reversed, and I think this is a time to really tend to yourself, and your own needs right now. Do something nice for yourself. Be kind to yourself. I don't know if you've been going through a rough time, even if you've been going through a good time. Sometimes we forget about our own needs and things that are important to us. And so this is a time to focus on yourself and maybe either some physical needs that need to be taken care of or some mental, emotional, or spiritual needs that need to be taken care of. And when I go look at the moon, I think here too, this is a time of really, it's interesting, Patton. It's kind of funny how we connected with that daisy here earlier, I do feel like that's still an interesting synchronicity. And I feel here the moon is saying you're in a real heightened state of intuition right now, or soon will be. I think here you could trust your gut, let it guide you to, seek out things that are important to you, information that's important to you right now, knowledge that's important to you. I think that pay attention to your dreams. And also, like I said, the veil is thin this very time of year. It's good to remember those dear ones, whether pets or family, who are on the other side now.
So I hear what you're saying, and I can relate to that. It's really rough for some people. So you have our support. We care about you. When I look at the moon, I feel that the moon does have a sense of emotional comfort for you. It may not be in the sense of direct care, but the moon always is there, whether you see it or not, and it's always adding that sense of mystery to your life too. So think about things like that too, that the mystery of life sometimes is not always as explainable or definable as one would think, and sometimes you just have to go in. The moon controls the tides of the world, so it controls our emotions. Try to plug into that for some calming when you can.
Well, Patton, I have good news for you, as far as things are going, is that, with the Five of Gardens, the Five of Pentacles reversed, that indicates that, healing is on the way. Recovery is coming. And it's also suggestive that if you do need any other help or support, and maybe you have enlisted some already, it will be beneficial for you. So help is out there, and you're not alone. You may feel alone a lot of times with your thoughts and with whatever's pressing against you, but you don't have to be alone. There are many people you could be able to turn to for some guidance. But that aside, it does feel like things are going to start looking brighter for you, regardless of the Lenormand, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Well, when I look at the Five of Gardens, the Five of Pentacles, to me it looks like somebody who realizes where they can go to feel accepted, or where they can go to be able to share their story and feel, that they are appreciated for what they are. And so it's sort of like finding the light, finding the key that lets you into the place that maybe you've been looking for but just haven't found yet. So I do feel this is a future thing coming to you too, that no matter how you view that, whether that's joining any actual social circle or just finding people or a person who can help you by listening to you. Sometimes we just need somebody to listen to us.
And finally, with the Lenormand, you've got the mice and the tree. And the first thing that always comes to mind when I see that combination?
What?
Growing pains.
Oh.
You may be about to enter a growth cycle. And oftentimes that comes with some, pains and things that, we need to come to terms with as we move forward with our life now. And so, growth is coming, and the pains will subside, because the mice are also about temporary conditions. Yes, 6 months is a long time. You say you've been going through this, but I think you're about nearing the end of this cycle. That's what it looks like, according to these cards.
Boy, I sure hope so. And I really mean that, Patty.
Yeah.
It's always nice to see you, and I realize, time and distance makes things harder. When I look at the mice, it is exactly that. They're just little small things that really don't matter that much. And in fact, some people can make a pet out of mice if they want. So that's something too for you too. Not really, but maybe that's saying that the things that are small scale little problems, adopt them as something else, and maybe they grow to be something else. The sign is there with the tree of growth, so you never know.
He's got a tux. Well, that's what we have for you, Patton. Good luck with that. I think this is very positive. It could be better cards, but let's face it. I think it's saying you're on the right path and on the road to a recovery. So good luck with that.
We hope to see you again.
Yeah.
You take care.
These were not bad at all. That is so adorable, Gina, and I've got to tell you.
I hope we get a picture.
I got to tell you and your roomie's something. Laura, I love Yorkies. I've never had a Yorkie. There were Yorkies in my neighborhood when I was growing up, and they're adorable. They're just adorable.
Oh, yeah, we will do Laura's question too. We'll do it right after yours, I think. Will Reuben withstand the demand of a long...
We'll do a yes/no on that for you, because that can
cute.
fit it in.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I will put Laura in there.
You're welcome, Pat.
Because that will not take long and a lot of time.
Best wishes.
All right, Aries is up, and did I get... Yes, I have Aries' question.
All right, that's going to be my deck.
I hope I got everybody. I think I do. And Aries' question is... There.
Huh.
I saw Angel Rivera was at Llewellyn Con today to one of the sessions I was at. I just gave him a brief nod in the chat there.
No, that's fine, Gina. I think I can put it together. All right. Any other idea for me on that question?
Did a cat just walk by and do that?
Just see what the cards show us.
My cards are all over the floor. I'm going to have to go pick them up.
All right. We're going to take a little break. We're sorry. Hold on.
You could give an out. Oh my gosh.
Join us for Happy Hour. Happy Hour is our weekly show where we toss one card for everybody, give a happy, polite, upbeat message. It's at 10 a.m. this Saturday, our normal regular time, so join us for that. Also, don't forget to watch Banshee's Material Matters, which is on Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. And it's a recorded show for the signs of the zodiac. You're welcome, Gina.
Oh my gosh.
We are live in the chat room, so you can join us in the chat room. We discuss the reading further. Banshee gives a lot of extra information for each zodiac sign, and we have a good time chatting about just about anything. So join us for that. We'd be happy to have you.
Oh my gosh. That wasn't quite 78 card pickup, but it was close.
All right, back to Aries. I'm going to reshuffle just to focus. And now I have to do 70 card pickup.
Did I get Aries' question in here?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I just dropped a card myself, though. I guess we're having drop seat today.
So what do you want to do with that one?
I was going to ask you, but I think I just want to throw 3 cards and see what we get from that.
You sure? Okay.
Were you thinking of 2 and 2?
Well, I was thinking about, but doesn't have to be. Okay. Oh, let's try 3 cards.
Yeah.
Because there is ways to tell that.
Here
and
we go.
Oracle, you've got it, Gina.
Here we go. And I'll just throw them out there. It's Six of Pentacles, upright. It says success. Well, that's pretty welcome. Knight of Discs, upright. And it says the gourmet chef. And of course, the Knight is the king in this particular deck, or he has the attributes of the king. And then finally, the reversed Three of Swords, which is sorrow. I'd say that you're probably going to be at least middle class towards upper class, because success speaks for itself. It's the Six of Pentacles, and certainly in this connection, that would be talking about monetary success. The King or Knight of Discs, the gourmet chef, is somebody who totally is in control of their finances, their financial. They are a material manager. And of course, sorrow.
Oh, thank you, Gina.
Oh, look at that. Oh, Gina,
the dancing
thank you so
kitty.
much. We love the dancing kitty.
Woohoo! Thank you, Gina.
And then the Three of Swords reverse is sorrow reverse, and saying like getting better after something, was bad. And that could just be saying getting out of the lower class into the middle or upper class. You're breaking off, you're recovering from a bad relationship, with being in the middle class. I'm being a little flippant there, but I'll let it go to you now.
Oh my gosh. Well, I'll tell you what, the Six of Pentacles indicates to me that you probably will be in a good place. You will never want, so it could be middle or upper class just looking at that card, okay? But the Knight of Pentacles does indicate there's a potential here for you to advance yourself, to advance yourself to upper class, most definitely. I almost see like maybe a progression there between those two cards, in that you put yourself in a more comfortable place, middle class space, and then you find yourself moving yourself up to the higher class maybe. And the Ace of Swords, is that upright?
It's the Three of Swords.
What's the Three of Swords?
Reversed.
That's right. Thank you. It's the Three of Swords reversed, which indicates to me that, you're going to feel really much better about your position in life moving forward. It just seems like, though, it's not going to happen overnight, number one, but, and it's because it's two pentacles there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two pentacles, so it seems like it's a progression in your life that gets you to that point and where you feel comfortable.
You're going to marry that chef.
Well, I can't help but wonder if you marry
chef.
into it, but let's take a look at this and decide.
Oh my gosh! Clover, luck is with you. Ooh.
So it is possible here that you could marry into it. Ultimately, it's possible, or it's possible that you put yourself in a position, through fate in a way. Fate seems to throw good opportunities your way, whether it's finding a wealthy partner, or whether it's finding, a career path or a life path that leads you towards that goal, that destiny.
Yeah, there's nothing specific here that says this is about, marrying into this. This is really saying you're moving into this, no matter what the circumstances are. So that doesn't really matter as much. It's really very positive. I think you sort of kind of had the idea of asking this question because it really seems so specific in certain ways.
Well, it is specific, but you're good at asking those. And I think that the three cards worked pretty well, really, together here.
So I just want to say, don't forget us when this happens.
So I didn't quite cover the dog in this, and I could say that the dog and the clover card indicates that it could very well be that somebody brings this luck to you. There's, whether it is putting you on a career path or in a position to make more money, or whether it's, somebody who you end up marrying.
Right. Could it be also the sense of remaining loyal to these things and to the idea that this good luck is going to happen? It's sort of like witchcraft in a way, right?
Well, I would say yes.
Well, good luck, Ari.
Good luck with that, Ari.
That was a great reading.
That gelled nicely, yeah.
All right,
Kara, you are up. And I know you're going to put your question in. Maybe you did already and I didn't see it.
I did not see it.
Well, I'm a little behind with stuff. What does Odin have for me? Okay,
what does Odin have for me?
All right. Well, I'm not going to use one of my
Thank you,
decks.
Gina. Very nice donation. Appreciate that.
I have the Woodlands Fairy Tale Tarot. I'm going to use that one.
Yes, Mr. O thinks he's Prince Valiant, fluffing his hair there. That's what my mom would say if she saw my hair right now. You look like Prince Valiant. Prince Valiant didn't have glasses or a white mustache. Well, we kind of filled up tonight, didn't we?
We
Not
did.
bad.
Not bad for a Thursday in the summer. All right.
Who wants to be out in this heat?
Well, it's not this hot everywhere, but I do think a lot of the country, U.S. right now, is in a heat wave. It's true. All right. All right, well, we start this reading with the Hierophant reversed. So what does Odin have for you? He wants you to start thinking outside the box, Kara. He wants you to do something radical for you. He wants you to step outside your comfort zone or maybe even be a little rebellious. You know, if something has been really restricting you or someone in some way, maybe it's time to rebel, and just say enough and set some boundaries. So it's either that or the fact that he really wants you to step outside your comfort zone a little bit and do something radically different.
I agree with that. I think this is saying really go crazy in a way. This might be saying there's a real challenge involved here in terms of where you see conventionality in your life and where you see opportunity to really focus and break with the norms, break with that. So this card is saying Odin may want something very radical from you, or at least for you to consider what that means. And it could mean a lot of things. Sometimes the Hierophant itself just talks for societal structures that change, break, alter. Maybe this is saying that there's some sort of structure in your life, that needs to really change or be altered.
I'll be right there with why is this important? Okay, there we go.
All right, so why is this important?
Wow, whoa. It's the Jolly Green Giant. It's the King of Pentacles. Upright. Jack and the Beanstalk, I think. Well.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of interesting. What could he be talking about? Vision Quest.
So it's pretty interesting here. Why is this important is that, wow, that almost seems like Odin in a way.
Yeah, I know. Pentacles.
Well, because he wants to see how you handle chaos. Can you bring order into your life out of chaos? Maybe he's challenging you in some way. Maybe he feels right now that your life is too orderly or, routinized. And he wants you to step outside that a little bit. He thinks you're in, and that's to say here, Kara, that he feels like you're in a good position to do so right now. Sometimes we just get too comfortable with the way things are. And even though that King is a positive card, I'm feeling because it's Odin that this is kind of what this is about.
Yeah, I think that the King of Pentacles is a pretty good surrogate for Odin here, and I think also what Odin is speaking to here, and I think this is saying that this may be a warning saying that something is coming towards you that is going to be really a shake-up kind of thing. I don't know what it could be either, but I think it's a big shake-up that maybe challenges your material comfort or situations. And I think it's what Banshee was talking about too a little bit, that this is a situation you will need to rise to the top of your managerial kind of instincts or your organizational instincts.
You're a Taurus.
Because you're a Taurus.
That's right.
And make some sense or control out of what could be a real, interesting upheaval of some sort. Where will it go?
Well, where it will go, and see, there's Jack, Jack of the Beanstalk, Page of Pentacles, upright. Where it will lead is to possibly a new journey for you, a new growthful experience for you. It's all about growth when it comes down to it, and learning something new, or learning about what you're capable of doing. And so I think this could be the start of something really nice for you if you take Odin on.
I might have a clue from these.
Okay.
It's the fox and the fish.
So what's your clue?
So the clue might be that this is something that probably has a sense of being able to bring you some money, some abundance, some prosperity, some success in something. It may be somehow related to a business enterprise of some sort, even if it's not an actual big business kind of thing, a business that you do. And I know you've talked about different ideas. So I think Odin is just reminding you that maybe, out of all the chaos that may be moving this way, there's an opportunity to do this.
Well, I like that. However, the card fish is also just about abundance in general.
Okay.
And so when I see the abundance with the fox, what do you think that might mean to me?
Another boyfriend?
An abundance of work.
Oh,
because fox is about work. So this will keep you busy and occupied if you challenge yourself and try to do something different. He really wants to see you shake things up a little bit and...
You asked.
and do something outside your comfort zone. And I can't rule out the fact that this could be some sort of test or challenge. He wants to challenge you in some way. Maybe he feels, like I said, that you've just gotten a little too comfortable.
All right.
So, good luck with that. Odin. Better than I do, but
So, Alicia, if you're still here, I did respond to you, and I said we will do your question, of course.
Yeah, we are okay with that. I've got it down already. Thank you for that. And I believe we are...
And we're now on Gina.
Yeah, we're on Gina now. And the oracle, I have a very nice oracle for you today,
do?
Gina.
Okay.
Oh.
That's okay.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because you have a very nice one.
Well, I was going to use The Magic of Flowers by Tess Whitehurst because it is such a gorgeous deck. I think I used it the other day for the card for the collective. And
we will be back on Sunday afternoon from 2 to 4 p.m. for those who might want to come and ask other questions. Put the schedule on our board there. Appreciate y'all very much. Thank you.
Ooh. One more shuffle. All right. Ooh, I love them. And you know what? I just bought my daughter-in-law one of these for her birthday and her recovery from the accident she had. So it is the orchid.
Oh, that's so pretty. That is pretty.
Oops, passed it.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the orchid has lots of magical specialties. I'm not going to go into them all. A lot of them have to do with love and harmony and things like that. But anyway, it says here, who you are is perfect. Oh, also one of the keywords is be you. Who you are is perfect, and it is of utmost importance that you embody your individuality now. If this card appears in the present or future position, which to me it's present, it's now, and possibly leading to the future, it's time to express those aspects of yourself that are unique to you, and to do so proudly and unapologetically. In the past position, well, we won't go into the past position. I'm positive that's not it. Unfortunately, our culture can sometimes inadvertently or purposely give us the message that there's something wrong with us if we choose to do things in a way that doesn't conform to conventional customs or habits. While there is a place for tradition, consider that if no one ever consulted their own inner compass before blindly following the orientation of the masses, we would be living in a very different world, one with no scientific or sociological advances, such as modern medicine or the abolition of slavery, for example. We would also be living in a world without artists such as Walt Whitman, Bob Dylan, Josephine Baker, and Frida Kahlo, who inspired deeply, beautifully challenging the status quo. And gosh, this is so funny, because as soon as I started reading this, I'm like, oh my gosh, they're trying to take us back to this world before scientific progress and all these things happened. And so that's why it's really important for us to continue to be us and, go against the grain here, the status quo. If you receive this card and you immediately know and understand what it refers to, great. But if you don't, take some time to consult deeply within yourself. Is there a part of you that has been buried and is aching for recognition and expression? Have you been overlooking or ignoring something that's important to you in the interest of keeping the peace and falling in line with the expectations or projections of others? When you choose to refuse to give credence to any opinion that is not really your own, do you find that you already know the answer to your question? You're here on this planet for a reason, and that reason has nothing to do with hiding who you are or what your heart truly desires. Express who you are, share yourself with others, boldly broadcast your perspectives and talents to the world. It may take an extra dose of courage at first, but be assured that when you do so, everyone ultimately benefits. So there's more ideas with this card, but I'm kind of feeling something here, and it's really funny because I've been thinking about how, I miss you out there on social media, and I know how busy you have been, and so I would just suggest to you that maybe this is part of it too, that, you understand that people are out there and, looking for your wisdom as well, and, you do your best to try to accommodate that. So maybe, just continue being you, though. You have to do what's important for yourself right now. But what's really interesting about this, maybe what you're doing right now, going through this barn dominium project and, establishing this roommate situation, maybe this is something you can share with others along the way more that might help them out if they want to do something similar.
So here's the Lenormand, the bouquet, and the bear.
Self-empowerment, about being you, standing up for yourself and the right to speak your mind and be yourself in the face of a world that's trying to, make us small. So I think here this is really appropriate, is that, your empowered self can be a gift to others as well as yourself. So it's kind of up there, Gina. I hope you enjoyed that.
Thank you again for your donation.
And we will do the other part of this, the yes, no.
Okay, so Laura
you want to use a
yes
tarot
no
card
about
deck
the
for
dog.
that?
What's that?
Do you want to use a tarot deck for that?
Yes, I'm going to grab a deck right now. I think I'll use this one here.
Well, it's nice to see you check in as you do, Gina. I appreciate that. I'm like, where's Gina? I hope everything is all right. And I know I can contact you. I got to be a little better about that.
Yeah, so he's busy for 8 hours, my goodness. And that's there at the ceremony. That's not getting him there and anything else. So will Reuben be able to, hang out during the day and, not bite people. I'm sure he doesn't bite people. Have an accident.
So what is the Yorkie's name again?
Reuben.
Reuben. I bet Reuben is going to look gorgeous in that tux and bow tie. You must share pictures. That's going to be fantastic.
Oh, wait. Are we going to do the more involved yes or no?
Yeah, let's do that one.
All right. I want you to shuffle 2 then.
All right, then. Hang on. I want to get the list out updated. That's all.
So for
I'm not
those
going to
who don't
repost
know,
the question. We know what it is.
So for those who don't know, we do a couple of different kinds of yes no's. This one is a little more dramatic, but it basically gives us either yes, no, maybe yes, maybe no, absolutely yes or no. I kind of repeated myself there.
I've been thinking about bringing out some of my dog decks, but now I got these new decks I threw in here. And one of them I'm afraid to use because I forgot it's got 5 extra cards in it. And I'm not sure how we want to... That's that Tarot Emblemata.
Mm-hmm. Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, for now I could just pull a card past it, you know, if it come up. But I don't want to read with those yet until I familiarize myself with them. But I forgot to take them out of the deck when I mixed them up.
All right.
All right, let's do this. Let's see how Reuben will handle himself. I'm rooting for Reuben.
All right, that's our first pile. And it's the devil reversed.
Oh!
I know, what is this? Okay, there's an ace.
The 12th card or the 13th?
It was the 12th, yeah.
Oh, 12th, yeah. That's right, because I'm behind on this screen. Yeah. I have a thought. I have 2 thoughts.
All right, and so we ended with Temperance. But our first card was the devil reversed. We had 1 ace. This says it's leaning towards no, but it doesn't mean it is absolutely no.
So that's Temperance at the end?
Yes.
Well, it's a real interesting thing here with the devil, you know? It's leaning towards no, but it's not a definite no. I think you can temper the beast, right? You have temperance here, so you can kind of keep the dog in check. But I will say this. When I see the devil card reversed, now, I don't know if Reuben is a very social dog when it comes to bigger gatherings. So, you know, does the dog get excited or nervous when around a lot of people? Because I could see 2 things here. One is that Reuben might feel like he'd rather be free and away from the maddening crowd. You know, that's one thing. He'd like to be liberated from this responsibility because it might be too much for him. Or 2, he's just going to be in his element. You know, if he's a very social dog, he's going to be in his element. He may be a little hard to control only in that he's just going to want to greet a lot of people and, you know, feel free to roam around the crowd.
I like that. And Gina says that Reuben is kind of social, so it kind of fits in a way. I like Temperance at the end because I think ultimately this says that it's leaning towards the idea that he'll be reasonable, that he won't be overly unbalanced or overly too balanced. He'll be just about right. He's going to be like a Goldilocks kind of thing. And when I look at the devil reverse, sometimes the devil reversed is sort of saying there may be temptations that he might feel normally to, you know, do what he wants to do, but he's probably going to resist his temptations, or he's going to find his better self and sort of avoid listening to his more animal instincts. He's going to behave, I think. Although it might look like it's a little dicey, I think ultimately he's going to behave.
I like temperance here. I feel like his behavior can be moderated. It can be moderated. So I think that even though it's leaning towards no, there's a good chance to turn that into a yes.
Yeah.
Because the cards are so positive here. The devil reversed is the way you want to get the devil card. So right there, along with temperance, things can balance out.
Let him on.
Oh, I didn't do the... Well, I didn't think I was going to do it for the dog question, but yes, let's do it.
Let's just get a little
Because
more.
I pulled the dog.
Bam! Look at that. Oh, my God. Laura, we're on Ruben's side.
Oh, good grief. That is funny.
That's
But let's
really
see what I
funny.
get with the dog. Now I'm nervous. Ah, your Reuben is going to be the stealer of the
Shit.
wedding. Maybe
Pardon my
that's the
French.
problem here. He's going to steal the show. Everybody's going to love Reuben. He's going to be the star.
Don't tell us if it's not true. Let us believe the fantasy.
I love it. Wow,
Isn't
is
that cool?
funny.
Isn't that cool, Gina?
Boy, I've had some crazy synchronicities tonight, and the funny thing about that is they were both relating to dogs.
That's right.
Daisy was a dog, right? Not a cat.
It's a dog day afternoon.
Very strange. Wow. Just wow.
All right, Laura.
All right, so good luck with that, Laura. And glad to see you here as part. You can be part of the family. If you're a friend of Gina's, you're a friend of ours. All right.
That was really cool. We must have just stacked the deck, right?
Honestly, I just grabbed in there, and that's the first thing that popped into my hand.
So, hi, Celie. We will add you to the list.
I have you, Sile.
Already?
Except we're at 15 now, so we might want to consider.
Okay, I'll just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
And we are going to close the list now. Everybody who is on the list will get their reading.
And Alicia is next.
Alrighty.
Well, that was fun.
That was fun. That was really fun.
Okay, and Alicia's question is, what's coming? And she said it's insanely hot here. I just grabbed that whole line.
Right, I think she's in Texas
Hi,
or
Alicia.
Arizona or somewhere.
Yeah, well, we had... Wow,
Hi.
yesterday, like when it was 83 degrees, it felt like 94 because of all the dew points and stuff. And today we hit around 90, I think, and it was pretty oppressive out there, all the way around. But we certainly can't compare to Arizona and Texas weather. Oh my goodness.
Gina, answering that really quick, the quick caveat, I looked at the bottom of the deck, that's what I do sometimes, and I saw the reversed Four of Pentacles, and I think that means he's probably going to want to try to find cooler temperatures to some degree. I don't think he's...
Well, make sure he has plenty of water. Yeah. And I would say with the Four of Pentacles here, try to eliminate things that would make him hotter. Like if he is running around a lot, and people are exciting him too much, then maybe, to find if there's a shady part at all, you said it's in a vineyard, under a tree or something that he could be tied to for a little while, might be a good idea so that he'd have a shady place to go. So I would say that might be a little bit dicey. Yeah. So good luck with that.
Good luck, you guys. All right. Alicia, thanks for coming back or sticking around.
All right. Is it my deck? I got your deck.
I
you did the oracle for... Yeah, but I did the oracle for Gina. So you can go ahead.
I can do a deck then. So, let's see. I'm going to go back to the Urban Tarot. I really like that.
I may try this deck. It's so cool.
All right. So what is coming to Alicia?
Let's do it. Oh, hey, you are welcome.
You bet, Gina. All right, what is coming?
Huh.
Oh dear, it's Death Reversed is our first card. And the devil is upright.
Oh, boy.
I know.
What?
What is he sitting on? It looks like he's sitting in a bathroom stall.
Oh, my gosh.
I know.
What deck is that?
The Urban
Oh, the
Tarot.
urban one. Oh, dear.
You gave it to me.
I did. Not for that reason, but maybe. No.
And the reversed Six of Wands. Wow, this is a crappy hand here. I'm sorry.
Here. Well, let's talk about it. It's okay. We'll
Crossroads.
talk it through.
Yeah, let's talk it through.
All right. So death is reversed. That's the first thing. I feel like, well, since your question is about
What's coming?
what's coming, is a period of slowness, a slowdown, where you feel like
Nothing's moving.
nothing's moving. You know that things need to change, but either it's not, I almost feel in this case, Alicia, it's not that you are unwilling to make some changes. It's just that things aren't moving enough right now maybe to warrant it. You just feel like it's not going to make a difference right now. So I think when things are slow, when growth doesn't seem possible, it's really a time to consider what to do next, to start planning. Do some planning now. If there's no moves that are going to help you progress at this time, or for example, no work coming in, then it's time to do some planning.
Well, almost every tarot reader learns that death reversed has a number of meanings, and one of them is political inertia. And I realize that most of us are not political, activists or whatnot, but I think this is saying there's gum in the machine. There's something gumming up the works. There's something stagnating your movement, whether it's politics per se or whether it's just the way systems run. And of course, I think you realize that a lot because of the kind of things you do. So this is saying that what's coming is that there's a slowdown based on externals around you. I don't think it's you so much. I don't think it's your motivation or anything like that. It's like just having to run through compliance hoops with the various situations you work with.
Well, and then let's look at that devil on the toilet seat there. The devil kind of indicates to me that maybe you feel very oppressed and tied down right now by this slowdown. You do feel as though it's holding you back. It's holding you back. It's making you feel as though you're being held back. It's that's the best I can say. I mean, I'm just repeating myself now.
Well, I'm just going to get there. But, I'm looking at the devil sitting there in that seat, and I'm thinking, like, sometimes the devil is about something that needs to be released but cannot be released. And so it almost goes along with the inertia feelings of the stagnancy card, saying,
I like that.
There's something that yearns to be free, but forces are holding it back. This could be saying you have to really dig a lot deeper to figure out what it is that's holding you back. And in fact, you may find partially it's a little bit yourself that maybe you...
Now you're bringing her. Okay. We said it wasn't her, but now it is. Go on.
Well,
I want to hear it.
Well, a lot of times the devil...
It's true.
In this position talks about how we ourselves restrict, limit ourselves, are in codependent relationships, not necessarily with people, but with systems or situations.
I feel here he's touched on something that I was just thinking of, but not quite the way he was, but similar, in that it's possible here, maybe, the slowdown has been going on for a while, or this lack of inertia or stagnation in a particular area of your life. And, it's not that you're starting to become codependent on it, but it's almost as if you're allowing it now to be, well, there's nothing I can do about this because I'm trapped because of this whole, thing holding me back. But maybe it's time to try to figure out ways to loosen, the bonds of whatever it is that is holding you back at this time.
Bye, Gina.
Take care, Gina and Laura. Nice to meet you and Ruben.
And that's what I said too.
Ah,
So you covered the devil?
I did.
All right.
You didn't hear?
I was tapping out to her.
Okay. Well, speaking in terms of how maybe this is already something that she's been experiencing, it's been ongoing, and it's kind of like now it's the excuse for not making the change, or trying to loosen those bonds. It's kind of like you feel like helpless, but you could make some changes. You could try to break free. It's just you're maybe allowing this mindset, this stagnation to affect your ability to move things forward.
All right. Well, then we end with that Six of Wands reversed. And this could be two things. This could be you really punching down on yourself, really feeling like you're just losing it or you're just not up to your own standards. But it could still also be the externals, because not a lot, but some of the things here are externals punching down on you. And this could just be you needing to be validated by others too. It's good to validate ourselves, but sometimes we also need validation from outside.
So, yeah, the Six of Wands means two things to me also, in that I feel here it just seems as though part of the thing is you feel like you're not getting supported by other people at this time, whether it's about business that's not coming in or something else. You feel a lack of support around you, which means to me you're going to have to find a way out of this. It's you that's going to have to break free, and you're going to have to find a way out of this on your own. It's kind of a solo kind of mission here.
And that's kind of what the Lenormand are saying, is like, I think they're saying you're at this crossroads and really you may have to seriously change some things about how you do business or how you do whatever this is about. Maybe you need to really radically find a different way to do things or a different direction to be in.
You may have to, how do I want to say this? You may have to enlarge your circle of networking.
I like that better than what I said.
I feel that way. And you have to make a decision on how to do that. How to enlarge, the base of people that, either your business clientele or because it seems as though things are not moving and something's got to shift and change here. Wow, I'm sorry you got all these negative cards, Alicia. But maybe this is just like a phase. But I will say this. Now is the time to really consider about ways to move things forward. Because you know what? Some point next month, Mercury's going to go retrograde. And so, if you're going to implement or try to implement changes, try to shake yourself out of this stagnation. Now's the time to consider what you've got to do it. So, good luck with that.
Good luck.
And I believe Namira is up.
Good luck, Gina.
I don't think I have
Good
a
luck,
question,
Alicia.
but I might have missed it.
You're welcome.
It's one that I didn't catch.
Who is it? Namira gave us a question.
I'm sure I didn't get it. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'll let you look at it while I clean up the table here.
Uh-huh.
I really like the Urban Tarot.
I got it. Can I get a reading for the coming weekend?
There it is. That's right.
All right.
That's going to be your deck.
Yep. And I brought it out. So it's the Tarot Emblemata, which is basically based on images from the 1500s, emblems that they used to use, is used in this tarot deck. And it's got some extra cards, and should we come across one, I'm going to pull a card past it. We're not going to use those cards today because I'm not familiar with them, but the traditional tarot cards that are in here, we will use.
If you like to read mystery novels, fiction novels, I just read a good one from about a year ago, 2 years ago, The Cloisters, and it was about the medieval history of tarot cards. There's a mystery in the modern day, but it relates to tarot cards from the European courts. It's a very cool story. The Cloisters. All right.
Well, the first card is one we know, the Page of Pentacles reversed. Now, when it's upright, it's a sign of good luck. But it is reversed. We'll talk about that. We have another page. It's the Page of Swords, upright. Ah, pooh. And we have the Nine of Swords, upright.
Alrighty, I'm going to grab us some Lenormand here. That one just fell in my hand. And first is the Whip, and then the Ring.
Wow. Well, I don't know what your plans are for this weekend, but I will say that with the Page of Pentacles reversed, you know, it's possible some of your plans could get delayed, or there could be some disappointment, or some news, some disruptive news related to whatever it is you wanted to do or accomplish this weekend.
There might be a little disappointment. It might be something you were hoping to find out that maybe was sort of not exactly a physical thing, but maybe more an abstract thing, like in terms of learning something or experiencing something at an event of some sort. Maybe, you know, you were expecting to go somewhere and it was canceled or something like that. Banshee said something like that. But I get the feeling like it might have been a little bit more on the cerebral side and not necessarily very physical.
Well, and then you have the Page of Swords, which indicates to me you will be communicating with others. So I don't know, or if this maybe is about that, what gets canceled. You know, a meeting with others, maybe you were expecting a phone call from someone or somebody to contact you, and they don't, you know, or it gets delayed, and there may be some disappointment here. But I almost feel like with the Page of Swords, you need to just handle this fairly diplomatically. Whatever is going on here, it may be, you don't want to misunderstand it. It may not have been deliberate, or it may not have been malicious. So don't read too much into this necessarily. But however, well, we'll get to the last card in a minute. We'll get
right.
there.
When I look at that Page of Swords in this context here, I get the feeling like maybe you might be drawn into a situation where you're sort of between two different people or two different situations, and it might be, well, you said this, and another person says, no, you said that. And so there might be just where you have to kind of maintain an even keel, because maybe there are questions about things you said to people. You might have to clarify things between different people.
Okay, that could be. I like that. And the Nine of Swords is here. This is like, I don't know if you're worried about something that could go wrong this weekend, or is it because something gets canceled or delayed that now you have a lot of worries and stress over what went wrong here?
Well, the meaning on the card is a sense of loss or despair. So this could be saying that maybe there's a fallout from some of these other cards, either the arguments or the delay things, and so you sort of feel like there was a sense of loss with some of that. It could also be something else too.
Well, and it's really funny here when I see the Ring and the Whip. It almost seems like somebody breaks a commitment of some sort.
Ooh,
which
kind of fits in with these cards.
Pardon me?
It sort of fits in with the cards.
It does. But I'm just saying here, in other words, if they agreed to call you, or they wanted to do something with you, or something like that, they may break the plan. Something abruptly changes the plan, I feel here, changes the commitment. And like I said, it may be something that comes up for them that they had no control over. So I wouldn't be, don't get overly anxious about this unless you really feel that somebody did it deliberately. Try to maintain some perspective here, I would suggest to you, Namira. So if you're expecting some kind of meeting or a phone call or some get together with other people this weekend, there may be something that interferes with that.
Yeah, and you might feel a little bit of, despair over it, something you're looking forward to is what it feels like. It's possible, you'll just have to wait until it can be rescheduled. Good luck with that.
Well, then very bad, Ari. Unless you're expecting to win $1 million right away, getting to upper class may take a little time. So, but it looks like you might be heading there.
We thought it was a really nice reading, so we hope it works out for you. All right, resonance is up.
I'm hoping to win the lottery because I ain't got much time left here on this planet. Oh,
can you shoot me resonance question?
I will get there in a minute, please.
Alrighty.
I'm having a little crisis. All right.
There you are. Hi, resonance.
Hey, resonance. You are definitely next.
And I'm going to use the Barbieri Tarot.
And I've got the question.
But I love using the Urban Tarot. I used it for most of my readings tonight.
All right.
All right.
So insight into the near future, in particular, financial security. It looks like. So, okay.
It's the sun. That's great. It's upright too. It's the Seven of Pentacles.
Upright.
It's upright.
Nice.
And it's the reversed Ace of Cups.
Okay. Well, just a little bit of negativity here. That's a pretty positive reading. Let me throw these out there.
I agree.
Mr. O.
So we have our bear from Lenormand, as well as the anchor.
So, well, financially stable is that Six of Pentacles, Ari. I do believe you will obtain that stability you're looking for. All right, so, I'm sorry, what's the first card again?
It's the sun.
Oh, yeah, the sun's bright in the background there. Duh. Yes. How nice to have the sun as your first card here, Resonance. I feel here that you're hoping for insight into your near future. Times are going to feel a little bit better for you. You're going to feel more positive about life. You're going to feel more joy. You're going to feel more open. And, that is my recommendation anyway. If you want things to keep getting better for yourself, you've got to develop that positive attitude. You've got to let the sun into your life. You've got to let the light into your life. Even if things aren't exactly the way they are, the way you would want them right now, imagine that they are and feel those feels and keep reinforcing that for yourself. The sun is here to say success and joy, are available to you.
The sun is very general, just great idea for success on many levels. It may not specifically talk about wealth or financial prosperity, but it doesn't say you're poor. So I think it just sort of goes along with the idea that things are so good that you don't necessarily have to consider where the finances are exactly. It's a card of success, and it's saying good things are coming to you, and it's saying knowledge is coming to you, and it may be talking even about the future, of your relationships or sense of companionship.
So as I told you to imagine what you wanted to be or what success means to you or what you're striving for, financial security, etc. I would, while you do that and you feel the feels of what it would feel like to be there, then you need to look at and imagine all the work that you needed to do to get to that point. In other words, that's the next card, the Seven of Pentacles here. It's a time to, and when you imagine that, you're actually mapping out a strategy for the work you need to do in order to grow this dream of yours, this ambition of yours. And so this is what you need to do. You need to now step back and think about how to make it happen.
I like that. The Seven of Pentacles looks like a pause, but it's a pause that's very important because it gives you time to really look at what you wanted to start and how well it's going, and then maybe say, what do I need to do next? And that's all it really is this is saying, Resonance, that a lot of this depends on how well you can plan that. Only you know that is what is best for yourself. You may have ideas. You need to keep those in mind and be able to pivot to them when the time is right. So finally?
Well, and finally with the Ace of Cups, I'd say this. Don't fall into a funk about things. That whole idea here is think positive. And when I see the Ace of Cups at the end, yes, life might not be the way you had hoped it is right now. But if you're going to keep dwelling on what you don't have, you're going to miss out on what's available to you. And so fill your cup with joy and not with disappointment. Fill your cup right now with joy and not with disappointment.
That's a good way to look at that. A lot of times we can look at the aces when they're in a kind of not favorable position, and we should look at them and say, this means this is an opportunity to fix that. And when you can do that, that's when things happen, when you put your energy and mind into fixing something. And so if this is about what you want to enjoy emotionally, whether it's companionship or whether it's wealth and success or anything else, this is that moment for you to say, how can I fix that? How can I make that better? They're both pauses in a way, so maybe they coincide to say, this is really a time to think about your plans and how best you can go about them.
And with the Lenormand, it's telling you to anchor yourself in self-empowerment. But not only that, there's another message to this card because you have been concerned about financial security. Anchor yourself in working towards it. It's definitely achievable for you because the bear is a sign of financial security. The bear is a sign of that. And so when I see the anchor there, you can put your anchor down there, but you're going to have to do the work to get there. And it all comes from being positive and adopting a can-do attitude about it. And I think here that it's highly possible. So stay empowered, believe in yourself, and maintain a positive attitude.
Many years ago, Resonance, we were aware of a great spiritual teacher who came from indigenous Native American traditions, and his name was Sun Bear. And you have Sun Bear's presence there with the Sun card and the Bear card. And I think this is just saying this is a time for you to really relate to the fact that you can empower yourself for success, and you just need to keep anchored to that feeling. Everybody's always going to have pauses in their lives and reconsiderations and delays, and it's important to just stick with the plan and not let yourself be dissuaded by irritations or some of those failures, because you will succeed. We've seen it there.
It's great reading.
We wish you a lot of
luck. Good luck with that.
Bye, Resonance.
And we're on Tarot Healer, and that's a really deep question, and we're going to see what we can do for you on that. I'm going to grab one of my older decks now. Not super old. Let's use... No, you know what? I want to use the Amber Moon. Don't know why. I'm going to use the Amber Moon Tarot. I used it today briefly for exercise on Llewellyn.
I don't like to forgive necessarily the abusive person, but sometimes I do feel that abusers have internalized trauma that they haven't figured out. It could be their own abuse, and they're acting out rather than seeking help. So, of course, it's not good, and it's not meant for you to feel like you should feel sorry for that, but it may be an explanation without us really knowing the situation exactly. It's just a thought.
All right. Well, let's see what the cards say. I'm going to shuffle it one more time. All right. Wow. So the first card I draw is the Devil, upright. The Two of Swords, reversed. And the Four of Swords, upright.
In the Lenormand is the Crossroads and the Bearer.
Okay.
So what are the possible reasons for his behavior of abuse?
Well, with the Devil up here, for sure, it just seemed as though he wanted to hold you down. He wanted to oppress you in some way, make you feel, that less than who you are, that he was in control. He wanted to control you in some way and manipulate you.
The Devil is clearly the sign of oppressive behavior, and a lot of times it signifies codependence too.
It can, yes.
So in his own strange way, there may have been some codependency on his part that made him feel like he was codependent on you, but he didn't want to be, and so he acted out bitterly because he didn't want to feel your relationship.
I'm not going to make any excuses for his behavior.
I'm not making an excuse.
I understand what you're
it.
doing, though, because you're asking the why. And I do think the why is...
Well, she asked me the why.
I do think the why is that he wanted to control you. He wanted to control you. And maybe it's because he felt he lacked control in his own life. I mean, I will say that as a possible factor here. And so for him to be able to express control over someone else gave him more a sense of power, self-empowerment.
Yeah,
it's twisted for sure. But anyway, that's sort of what I see
No,
there.
I think you got it. That's pretty good. So the next card is the reverse Two of Swords.
Well, the reverse Two of Swords indicates to me he acted on his drives here to control you. I mean, the Two of Swords is he acted in that manner, that was necessary to control you or to make him feel empowered.
It actually indicates that he really spent some time thinking about this. There's a sense that he understood what he was doing and or why and how. And so that sort of indicates that, there's something really bad there in your brother.
I don't know if he was jealous, if that's part of the scenario here. I'm not necessarily seeing that with these cards. The Four of Swords to me indicates, no, I don't think he wanted to kill you per se, because when the Four of Swords is upright, there's that person laying there dead. But I do think he wanted to immobilize you. He wanted to stunt your growth in some way. He wanted to hold you back. And maybe it was because he felt less than in his own life. And if you turned out to appear better than him, it would be bad.
I'm wondering where your places were in the birth order, if you were first or if he was first. Because either way, I could sort of see him being jealous if he was first and he was jealous of you because you came next and you took attention away from him. But also, if you were first, he felt that you were being praised more in a way that he wasn't feeling that. That's going back to that devil there, that he felt he needed to feel that. And I think that's a good possibility of the explanations, is that he just was really jealous, like Banshee says, and or felt he should have gotten more attention than you for something.
Well, it's really interesting to me that you have the bear and the crossroads here, because I really feel, when I think about these two tiles together and your question, I feel here, he had a choice. That's the crossroads. He had choices here. He had choices on how he could use his power. He could use his power to be a good brother, or he could use his power over you to cause the damage that he did. And he chose that path for some dark reason here. And I mean, I don't know much about, the history now and where your brother is in life, and if this is a pattern he's done to other people, or if it was just with you. But the bottom line is, it just seems to me he really wanted you to appear less than him. He wanted to show that he could control you and hurt you and hold you back.
He was a toxic male.
And I think he was just toxic. I'm not getting much that I could redeem here out of what he did to you. So I'm sorry, tarot healer, that you had to go through what you did in life. I have my own stories from my childhood, so I relate. And I wish you luck with that. And I hope this gave you some insight anyway into what's going on. And you call yourself tarot healer, so I'm going to assume that you know a bit about the cards yourself. So feel free to take these cards and, put your own feelings into this as well.
Good luck.
Good luck with that.
Hope to see you again. All right. Tana Dewar is next.
And I don't have that question. I don't know if they wrote that.
Oh, let me look for it. I'll tell you in a moment.
I want to know what V feels for me currently.
That's
okay.
The question? Okay. All right. I'm going back to the Urban Tarot. It's done so well for me tonight. I think I want to continue using it.
All right. There's the question under there.
Thank you. And I'm really happy with the Urban Tarot. I like it a lot.
Well, I'm liking it, seeing it with you using it. There's some quirks,
it definitely speaks to me.
I've got a lot of quirky decks these days.
There is that.
And then I gave you another quirky deck. You'll have fun with that one. The Tarot Oscuro. All right.
I'll just throw the cards out. The first card is the Tower, upright. Second card is the Eight of Pentacles, upright. And then the Moon is upright.
Well, it's one of those things, Tenador. I know that, you want to know what they feel for you. Now, I'm not sure where this relationship with V stands, if you know them, if you're friends with them, if you were lovers, if you've been arguing, what the situation is. But you've got a pretty heavy hitting card right in the beginning here. And so it is making me wonder about the status of, this relationship. V might feel that you might shake up their world a lot, or you have shaken up their world a lot. And they may have felt rather unpleasant about it. But I almost feel like they're taking away something important from, encountering you. Unless you've never met them, and then, that's another story. That's why sometimes a little bit more information helps just a little bit. But what do you see here?
Well, I like what you said, but I also feel like these feelings could be that you are the tower that's about to fall, that maybe, your life has some danger or has some insecure things going on in it. And so there may be concern there. I'm not sure if he sympathizes with your tower falling down, or maybe he feels like you have learned a lesson from something that happened that maybe concerned your relationship or situation.
Or has he learned the lesson from something that happened?
His feelings for her.
Right, and that would be it. His feelings. She's taught him a lesson. Why can't that be? I want to know what
V feels me.
Okay, why can't the feelings be that she's taught me a lesson?
Okay, it's possible. I don't see it exactly that closely, but okay.
Well,
I'll let you go with
that's not the full part of what I was really feeling here.
Gotcha.
I felt I had to clarify that. And I think here with the tower, it could indicate that his feelings are that you could shake up and rock his world a bit much. And is he ready for that?
I did like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So the Eight of Pentacles.
Well, the Eight of Pentacles...
And this one says prudence. The key word is prudence, because it's the more Crowley thought readings. But go the way you want to.
The Eight of Pentacles indicates to me that prudence, isn't that like taking a cautionary approach?
I think it fits.
I'm asking you a question.
Yeah,
isn't prudence about taking a cautionary approach?
A careful approach to your plans.
So I think here he's taking a cautionary approach to...
We're doing your reading now.
He's taking... Yeah, you might want to backtrack because we're on the second card already. But at any rate, he's taking a cautionary approach here to trying to figure out how to work things out with you, or to work with you, or if this would work for him, a relation, or her. If this would be a relationship that would work for them.
Prudence is an interesting keyword, but in general, the Eight of Pentacles could just be saying really being disciplined or moving through protocols towards your plans. And so in this application, this could be saying he really wants to do things right with you, or he feels you are that person that, you do things right or in a cautionary way, that you're prepared in a certain way.
The moon indicates, it could indicate one of two things to me. It could indicate that he wants to find out more. He wants to explore you more. He wants to, I also feel here that maybe his feelings are that there is some sort of connection or a click on a more deeper level, I'm not going to say anything like soulmate or anything like that, but just that there's something that may resonate with them.
He feels he knows you intuitively.
Yeah.
Even if he doesn't realize.
And even if he really doesn't, he feels that way.
He feels that way.
Yeah.
And that maybe he feels something from you from that. To some degree, the moon could express calm, emotional resonance of a way, or also a deeper nature. He may feel these things about you. Oh, hi, Silver Pony, but we are closed now. We're doing our last reading.
Yeah, so, No, we didn't. We're not doing our last reading. We have Seeley.
Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops.
Yeah, the list is
We did
closed.
close
It's
our
on
list,
the
though.
screen, so we're sorry. You have to try to catch us on our Sunday show.
Yeah, we started 2 hours ago just about, so we're just about done. And
So-
there's our Sunday show at 2 to 4 p.m.
So we do apologize.
And then we get the other tower, the Lenormand's tower, and they're not really the same tower at all.
Okay, so the tower and the ship. Well, this indicates to me that there's a potential here for something to move in a more positive direction. You know, like somebody being more willing to commit. Well, I don't know. Let me think about this a little bit, because the tower has a couple of different meanings. One is that maybe they are thinking of moving out of a state of isolation, or like if they have been distant from you for any reason, maybe it's possible that they will, come back. That's what I'm looking at here, is it's possible that they could come back, they could move more towards you. But the other thing is with this, if you are seeing this person, it could be that they might be moving towards more of a commitment now.
I'm thinking something about the same.
I'm sorry, Silver Pony. We can't do it today. We just can't. And so I apologize, but we've been reading all night, so, for hours now. For our show, it really pays to get here early. And leave your question if you can't stay. We will answer it. But we fill up kind of fast sometimes, so the earlier you can get to our show, the better. And so did you post our times on the screen? Maybe
I
you
did,
want to
but I'll do
that.
it again.
Yeah.
We are here Sunday 2 to 4 p.m. Thursday nights we start at 7 p.m. our time, so that was 2 hours ago.
So we apologize.
We're sorry. We just can't do you tonight. I'm sorry.
And it might be better for you to wait, because if this is a really important question, we're really winding down now.
Yeah.
So
Right. So with the tower, this could be saying too that I have a question. Do you possibly know V from work or some sort of organization where you both are similar?
school, even.
School, something like that, a temple of worship, something like
That's
that.
a good point.
I get a feeling like maybe there's that association, but beyond that, I think the tower and the ship say you want to move somewhere where maybe you don't feel that restricted, or you don't feel like, expanding beyond.
We're in college.
You're
Okay.
in college, okay. Expanding beyond what that relationship was. So I think that's what this is saying, is like, whatever your college experience was, maybe if V is making any kind of overtures or messages to you, it's about expanding or moving beyond that. So in other words, what you may have had in college, they want more than that perhaps. That's another thing.
I don't know. It's a little bit disjointed maybe for you, but it's the best we can do right now. And what I would suggest in the future, and this isn't just for you, I think I'm going to, whenever anybody asks about how somebody feels about me, what does so-and-so feel about me, we're going to need a little bit more information. Like, are they in your life now? Are they just somebody you're thinking about from your past? Are you in a relationship, or have you broken up? I mean, all these things could help guide us to understand more how the cards are working for you. But you could take a look at some of this stuff and decide for yourself. Go over the reading again. And hey, feel free to come back and ask this again with more information. Okay? But we've got to get moving on now, because we are heading into overtime.
Yep.
And we have one more reading to go. So good luck with that.
All right. Thank you. And we can try it again, more information. We're just not going to do that question. We're sorry. You have to come back here when we have time to do the question. I'm really sorry.
I think she's putting the question in now for us to do Sunday.
Maybe.
I mean, maybe that's possible. I wouldn't.
But it won't be here when we come back Sunday unless we write it down now, which I guess
Well,
is
I
what
might
you're
be
asking.
able to do that, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I can't do it tonight.
Okay.
I might make an exception, but hopefully you're a subscriber because.
Well, that's why they're posting, because
Yeah.
they're subscribers.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to try to write it down for you, and we'll do it on Sunday for you. So try to be there when you can, or you can view it another time. All right?
Yeah, we'll do it on Sunday.
All right.
All right, so we're on Sealy now, right?
Yeah, Seeley. All right. And I posted Seeley's question before I posted the list, but here it is. And
Is that my deck or yours?
I think it's mine.
All right.
All right. Currently writing exams. Message of encouragement. All right, let me use this happy-go-lucky deck. All right. Well, that's encouraging. You have the Page of Pentacles upright.
I like that.
You have Strength upright as well. The Ace of Pentacles is reversed. A little mixed bag here.
And I'm going to mix the bag. In the Lenormand, I have the Tower shows up again. And the book. The book is first time tonight, I think. All right.
Go ahead.
All right, so let me look at the question again. All right, well, the Page of Pentacles is a super great card for a scholar, for somebody who is in classes or training. It often represents somebody who literally is a student, and it's a good sign for that. It really talks about somebody who has the ability to really understand abstract concepts, things like that, and really has that urge to find those answers. So that's that. Strength is, of course, saying that when you really have challenges that you have to kind of get through them, it's more important for you to apply the understanding that you feel in compassionate ways, the compassion of your heart, to solving, those problems or questions. Did you want to jump in now?
I shall. So I do like this reading overall, especially since you're writing exams. The Page of Pentacles is here, and it indicates you might be off to... It's funny here, you have the Page of Pentacles on the one hand upright, and the Ace of Pentacles on the other side reversed. And in some ways, they're both about beginnings, but one is off to a rough start, where one is off to a fresh start. So I feel here... like I almost want to work in reverse with this reading. I'm sensing that the Ace of Pentacles is telling me that it may feel like you have some worries about where you're at, with the exams and the new beginning. You're afraid that something will turn out disappointing for you. That this may not turn out in your favor. However, Strength is here, and I feel like Strength is saying, don't push yourself too hard. Don't push yourself too hard. Try to go with the flow. Try to breathe, try to relax when you're doing these exams. Try to make yourself as less stressed about it as possible. I feel here that, little subtle things like, obviously being prepared for them is one thing. But once the exam hits, a lot of people get into panic mode, right? And so this is saying you need to calm your spirit. You need to settle the beast in and just go with the flow. Let things flow out of you. Let your preparation serve you well. The more you have your mind free of stress, the more you're going to bring out all those things you need to remember to get it right.
So that Ace of Pentacles reversed, the best thing I can say about that is it suggests that maybe you need to pause to fully understand if you have integrated all those things you need to learn or absorb or understand. And I think it's Pentacles because I think Pentacles are earthly matters, material matters, and that could include, the process of getting through your exam so you can, achieve a certificate or a degree of some sort. So this is saying make sure you do take the time to integrate and absorb all of that stuff you need to do.
And that was the Ace of Pentacles?
Yes, I already talked about the other two.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't get to the page because that's where I'm ending. I feel there could be good news. There could be good news when all is said and done. So long as you don't let yourself, get too overwrought over the process of taking the exams. Just muster up your quiet strength in order to get through this. And make sure you're getting plenty of rest. Make sure, you are in the right frame of mind to do this. And I see here when you have the Lenormand, you have the book and the tower. That's education right there. That is study.
Yes.
That is a library even. Libraries are your friend. Don't forget that. But also...
It's a good sign.
It's a good sign. I think here that, you just... Following what you've learned, you should be okay. You should be okay.
Yeah, I think we both understand you're pretty anxious about this, and it's very important. But most of the signs are you can take a chill pill, you can relax, because you really do seem to have this under control.
The odds are in your favor here because you have Strength upright and the Page upright, and really the Book and the Tower are rather neutral. I would say that. So that Ace of Pentacles just says, don't let a good beginning turn sour for you. Just keep your nose to the grindstone and relax your way through this. Just take it easy on yourself.
You know you can do it.
Good luck with that.
Good luck.
All right.
That's our show, folks.
That's our show. Whew. A little bit into overtime here.
Silver Pony, we will do this reading and you will find it on Sunday's live stream. I think we'll do it first.
I'm going to put it first on the show. We do, just to let you know if you're still here, Silver Pony, that we do a card for the collective first. But after we do that, you'll be the first reading, okay? So, all right.
Thanks, Kara. You have a great night.
But really, in the future, Silver Pony, we won't do this again for you.
You gotta be
If you
here.
don't get in time, you have to wait till the next time to answer your question.
Right.
Or to ask your question.
We have to get up early in the morning.
People do not give our questions a week in advance. I'm doing you a favor, okay? So you take care. And I want to thank everybody for all the good questions tonight. And hope you enjoyed the
donation.
show. Thank you, Gina, for donating. I know she's gone. We appreciate you thoroughly. And everybody else, Alicia, all of you, Kara, you all take care, and we hope to see you real soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye for now.